Welcome back to the Kind of an Expert podcast, the only podcast where the guest picks the topic of every single episode. My name is Corey Tyndall, and I am your host. And this week, I sat down with New York City comedian Andre D. Thompson to talk about American culture. So this one was a little bit of shooting the shit, but then we really kind of round into it and talk about everything that's going on in America today, who we idolize, and how we think about money and possessions as a culture. I thought this was a really interesting conversation. He's got some really good takes on this stuff, and I think you guys will enjoy it. You can follow him at Andre D. Thompson on all social media. Check out his videos from being on Jimmy Fallon, Comedy Central. He's doing shows every single week in New York City, and he's done my show a couple of times. So go check him out. As always, follow me at Corey T. Comedy on all social media. That is TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you're in New York City, come see a comedy show every single week at Ferns in the East Village. If you liked Andre on this podcast, definitely shoot me a message on Instagram and say, hey, I'm coming to Oak, and I want to see Andre on that show. We will get him on that show. Remember to like, subscribe, share the podcast. We really appreciate when you do that. And let's get into the episode.
I always was working, and then once I started stand up at 18, I was going to community college, and I had a day job.
Yeah.
So pretty much from jump, I guess I kind of just got used to getting up at least at 8:30, between 8 and 9, and then staying up until at least 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then just doing it again tomorrow. I guess I just got used, because there's been multiple times throughout, like, you know, the whole thing of you're trying to make the transition into full time or some shit, and you're doing part time shit, where I've had 2 different part time jobs and doing stand up, and I was trying to go to school or some shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I was still giving it a go. You know what I mean? I wasn't great. I was still showing
seems
up.
to work out for you.
I was like, whatever. I was still giving it a go, and then I would just always be working. I don't know, and doing a bunch of spots too. And I think also the comics that I like gravitated towards were like pushy in that sense, where like Nico and Eagle and like Alex, Nick, like we would just do Phil and them. They'll just pop up to places and we'll do 4 mics a day, and then hang out till 2, and then I see the same motherfuckers be like, you trying to do 4 more today? And I'm like,
Eagle's still everywhere. I see him in every fucking location I go to. Eagle shows up.
I just got used to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember we would have the group chat, and we'll like we would tally it up, like how many shows you did this month.
Yeah.
For years we would do that shit to each other.
Okay.
And it's we're not like directly competing. I don't think there's really any competition, because we was just legit ask like, yo, how many shows did we do? And then we would just each put up our numbers: 30, 60, 47, 12, 40, 20. It was just like all the time.
It's practice, because you're not competing with them, but it's like, you know, like a basketball team. Like, you're competing against your teammates in practice, but you're not actually like you're on the same team. Yeah. Like, especially in this, like, there's nothing more important than, I think, having a close group of people that you can kind of rely on and bounce off of. Like people that don't have any close friends in comedy, I never see them do it for more than a year
and that's not even
2
just
years.
Comedy. Honestly, that's likely any and everything.
Yeah.
That's likely in any or every respect. If you not with doing like the thing of, it's just simple as this. You need people. Period. There's no like fraction or section.
Don't hurt
of
my
life.
ego like that. My ego tells me that I could do this shit by myself.
It don't even work like that.
I know.
It's not
it's
even
so
kinda.
disappointing. Well, I was in like bands in high school, and part of the reason stand up was appealing is I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about anyone else. I could just like go do my own thing, and now I'm like sitting here, and now that I know what I'm doing, I'm like, motherfuckers, you need people in everything. Situation.
Everything, bro. and especially if you want the shit to grow, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna need more people. This podcast keeps getting bigger and bigger, You're gonna the space you want to do it in changes.
Yep.
You're gonna have.
Yeah.
You're gonna have. This is the funniest thing. We have independently run equipment, but anytime things grow, it goes from being independently run to humanly, at least a combination.
Yeah.
Because you need a person behind the technology to give it a motion.
Yeah.
So if you have a person doing the camera work, they feel and know when to zoom in or whatever the fuck. Cameras only have the algorithm sets of face detection, move slightly, automatic. It feels different.
Yeah.
It is that you can tell when something don't have no feeling in it at all. No people was a part of this.
Yeah.
And it usually stinks. It's just, you know.
That's the shit with the AI that's like coming out. Are you paying attention to that shit?
Yeah, I look at AI. I mean, I pay attention to it because it's damn near forced. If you have the screen shit on, they will put the news in your fucking face.
That's true, yeah.
In a sense, yeah, like I see the things with AI where some parts of it is people trying to use it in a sense to, I guess, assist them in a workflow.
Yeah.
So they have things where they're like, it's like automating. It's AI is kind of running like how the fucking, like a pharmacy will have the self-checkout.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you do the thing for me.
Right.
I'll go do the other task. If it's like that, kinda-ish, cool. But the other parts of AI where it's basically like, I'll do this entire job.
Yeah.
You don't even need a human.
That's the part, like, they're like Chat GPT or whatever is going to replace teachers or lawyers or whatever. I'm like, you could tell. Like, it's good. Yeah. But it, like, all the voiceover people are like, oh shit, the robot is just going to be able to do voices. I was like, no, if you're doing a commercial, there's something like, to your point, there's a little something that humans have that humans could tell that it was an actual human that did it.
It's like when the idea of the AI, I think, is like going to take over things, they're going to be I think there's certain levels of technology that are like, you know, humans don't mind that shit being replaced in a sense. Yeah. There's like certain, I don't even have a good replication of something so minute where you're like, let something else take the thing and just do this with it. Yeah. For 40 hours every day. That's all the
just data entry. Just like pop. Yeah.
But like the idea that, you know, art in general is just going to be somebody just typed in a couple codes, walked away, and then the art world.
Shit, that's the most famous.
And it's like, that don't feel even worth collecting. No. You know, the concept of like, your effort isn't in there. I'm not collecting anything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't feel like AI that sexy.
Did you see what that new program did though?
What?
It's like Microsoft put out that new program. You know those like little CAPTCHA things? So you have to like click the stoplights or whatever to get in to make sure you're not a robot. Yeah. So their AI thing ran into one of those and it couldn't do it. But what it did is it went on TaskRabbit and hired a TaskRabbit to do it for it. And then the TaskRabbit was like, "Hey, quick question, kind of joking. Are you a robot?" And the AI was like, "No, I'm hard of seeing. I can't. I just need someone to click this for me." So the AI paid a real person to pass this robot check for it. I'm like, oh my god, this is the start of robo feudalism. Like,
that's funny.
Day jobs now are just gonna be doing shit that robots can't do for robots. That's funny. I'm so ready for it. It's gonna be such a shit show.
But that's gonna be stuff like, all right, that is bad.
That's really bad.
That is bad.
This AI just figured out how to get around the stops. So what do we do now?
But I think there is inherently some limitations to how that, at least for now. I'm not saying that it's never gonna go fucking bad. Yeah. I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
Technology look crazy, but I think at least for now, you know, it might be just right there where it's like something as simple as maybe like the audio levels. Yeah. It can automatically just know when something is peaking, right, and adjust it in real time. Yeah. So maybe something like that would happen.
Like if I move my microphone away, it's gonna know, like, all right, amp it there, normalize that's about there.
It. I'm thinking like that. That's fine. But the idea of like when you're saying the thing is gonna hire humans to bypass things that are supposed to stop robots. Yeah. To what extent? I'm thinking of like how far can that go? Are we just talking about like a delivery? Because if it's just stopping at bike deliveries and like let me go sign into my Facebook, fine.
Yeah.
But if it's like a robot that can get you to hire the robot as the functioning CEO of Coca-Cola or some shit, you know what I mean? Where now the robot actually has.
I mean, maybe with these bank failures, we need an AI fucking running those companies. What jobs have you had? Because I think a lot of people are like, everyone's saying like, oh, robots are gonna take like the McDonald's burger flipping job. It was gonna take this job over here, but now like all these things are coming out, and it's like people like programmers. It's just writing all this code for them. They didn't even need to do anything. Like, how many jobs do you think that you've had do you feel like could be done by some sort of like robot or AI?
I moved furniture.
So that'd be tough.
That'd be tough for a robot they have to just build an actual robot.
Yeah.
To come in and know when to turn the stupid couch because the door too small or whatever the hell.
It knows to saw the couch in half to get it through blankets there.
Because that's the other thing too. You have some robot that it's an unemotional thing. So it just door too small to blast the fucking just walk straight through the door, rip the dent. I don't have no idea. So moving furniture. I worked at a Lady Foot Locker in the Foot Action.
Okay.
So I don't know if the robot's going to be sizing up people's shoes and running to the back and getting Air Maxes.
It starts hitting on the customer.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Then what else I did? I worked at I guess it's like you remember Joe Fresh?
No.
It was like a small like boutique fashion store. I don't know how the fuck I even lied and got that dumb job. I did that shit. I lied and got a job as a morning chef at a restaurant.
Nice.
I was in there fucking up goat cheese sandwiches and all that. I was sitting there fucking up this man's business. I ain't sell a single sandwich correctly.
What did you like? You were just like, yeah, I know how to make.
I can cook. You know, I make a couple of eggs, breakfast. I got eggs.
I've done eggs before.
I lied like
so
a
this
motherfucker.
is like a fancy place. Like anywhere with goat cheese, I assume the clientele is a lot of white women that understand what goat cheese is supposed to taste like.
Bread shit, and I'm just in the back just snacking, eating, mixing, fucking up sandwiches.
How long did you have that job for?
Probably like 3 weeks before I got fired.
You figured it out pretty quick.
That wasn't a long-lasting job. What else I did? I worked at a senior center home in the restaurant of the senior. They had like a little dining area.
Do you lie for that one too? Or you honest that you actually did work in a restaurant?
I did get that one. And that didn't last a whole long time.
Oh, man.
I worked at Enterprise.
Okay.
Washing cars and moving cars and shit.
What's the best way to get a deal on those rental cars?
Fuck if I know. I got fired.
Oh shit. Rental cars are so goddamn expensive now. I'm like, Andre, get me a deal. I'm dying over here.
That shit did not
like
last long.
$1,000 a week for that shit now.
Shit, you talk about TaskRabbit. I've TaskRabbit did it before.
Oh yeah. That's just an easy way to grab it.
But I've done a bunch of shit. Security on TaskRabbit, bartender on TaskRabbit, building people furniture, painting. And mind you, I didn't do all of them correctly. Some of them I absolutely fucked up. Like, I did not do that shit right.
Like furniture, the like.
When the lady told me to paint her house, bro, I hope she got that shit right done. Because I did not. I wish the best to that woman because I definitely did not paint her place correctly. Primer. Are
you the one painting over the light switches?
I'm
just like get the whole fucking thing
in that bitch, like Basquiat. Nigga, I'm just in there having fun.
Every outlet they gotta punch through the paint. Plug something in.
I'm sorry, lady. I still got the Nike Blazers that I fucked up during that paint job.
I bet
got them.
The reviews on your profile must have been insane, right?
But that's the crazy shit. It wasn't.
He was terrible at painting, but security, he killed it.
That's another funny story. I fucked up the security. I did that shit one time. I was at this there's a place in Lower East Side.
Yeah.
Some one of them like fashion party things. And I'm security. All I gotta do is check off the name on the people on the list.
Yeah.
And that's it. Let them upstairs. And Man, I don't know what happened or how, dude. The guy that hired me came downstairs and was like, "Did you just let up like 6 or 7 guys just now?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't know what you talking about." He was like, "Come upstairs with me, please." And he was like, "This is literally it's a clear distinction of they don't belong here." Imagine a room of, I don't know, the Oscars. But remember,
just like beautiful people, super expensive clothes.
Think of the Oscars when they was saying the hashtag of Oscars so white.
Okay.
When it was like, you think of old whites, suits and whatnot, and hello and Bill and Bob, that type of and then or think of like a Williamsburgy hipster place, but it's just white.
Okay.
Super skinny, models and shit like that. And then like 7 dudes of these niggas is clearly from the Bronx. So like they I think they must have just heard some music or something. And I don't know what entrance. I'm like, I have no idea how they got upstairs. I got fired on the spot. He was like, you let at least 7 people up here that had no business being up here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have no clue of when that happened.
But they fire you on the spot. Then they got no security.
Yeah, I took 2 slices of pizza and left.
Yeah, you gotta join that group of dudes. Yeah. You're like, I let myself in.
These are y'all guests now. I'm gonna go home with this pizza and y'all peace and blessings.
Oh, dude,
I had a bunch of random ass jobs, and I don't know if any of those are like directly at the point something that a robot can do. Just because a lot of them were like
security.
You have to physically be there.
You gotta. Yeah,
I wasn't doing shit where it was like
it's not gonna be RoboCop.
Computer shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that's something that's probably in jeopardy first. Something where it's just like, when they talk about desk jobs and they say punching in the number, like that type of idea.
Oh yeah.
That sentiment, I think that might be the first thing that's in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Of I could just punch in a number and that's the fuck it. I can enter. That's it.
Anything where it's like memorization, I think is fucked. You know who's got the best fucking memory? Google. Like Google's got the best memory. But anything dealing with people, I think you're okay. So like security, I don't think they were ever gonna have a world where it's like RoboCop, man in the front door. Like I feel like that's gonna go so badly.
I think before we get there, majority of people, I don't think there's enough people that feel confident in supporting full-on automation and robotic. Like it's still a niche type of thing. Like when people look at like how like some cartoons will have some futuristic type of thing.
Yeah.
And they show you what the future could look like at its most technological advance.
Never right.
That's so far from now because I feel like just collectively not enough people are on the same page to go in that direction. There's gonna be a lot of forces where think of like this
it's like self-driving cars.
This another Tesla just did some shit where I seen this video where it just stopped on a highway.
Yeah.
It was driving fine. The dude was like, I've used the self-driving shit before. And then he was like, just today, I don't know what the fuck happened. The car just stopped and then caused like an 8 or 9 car pileup or something.
Shit.
But I don't think anybody died. And I just seen it on Instagram. It could be a complete lie, but there's a video.
I believe it.
But that shit too, where that's a problem, where that's kind of odd.
Well, that's the thing about, because like if I were to tell you there were 400 9-car pileups today in the United States caused by a person, you'd be like, yeah, probably. Like people suck at driving. Yeah. You hear about the one in Tesla and it freaks everyone out. Yeah. But that's exactly to what you're saying. It's like it's not that it's less safe; it's that people are worried about it.
Yeah,
they're like that sticks out more in their brain, and I think that's going to happen with a lot of those jobs. Is like people are never going to be comfortable with a robot being a cop or like security or a therapist or something like that, where it deals with people.
One, I'm not sure.
You think they're going to be like robot cops?
It depends, because one of the problems, this is me just trying to think right now. One of the problems that people have with policing is like the history of it.
Yeah.
And the humans can't necessarily just back away from the feeling of history or, change whatever prejudice is or anything bias that they have instantly. So if if they, let's say it's some hypothetical where they got rid of every police officer, and not got rid of, but just like gave them different jobs.
Just killed them.
Yeah,
straight up, line
like,
them up.
Every cop work at Foot Locker now.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I ain't want to deal with niggas, but now you gotta deal with them every day, and you ain't got no gun. You just got a fucking referee shirt.
You got Foot Locker, Popeyes is an option.
That's it.
Fucking
You're gonna make them.
You're
gonna have these dudes working at just like just different Foot Lockers, bro. Or every cop is gonna be at a local Foot Locker, and then all the police are replaced with robots. I think it can be okay if it does like the definition of the word of policing and protect, like. Batman with like it sees and analyzes. It can see through the fucking jeans or whatever. And know that that's a Snickers bar, not a gun. Don't light him up. Don't light him up. And then it could tell. No, this is the robot assailant.
Goes, I thought it was Skittles. Or
if the robots are still algorithmic, whatever the fuck, programmed to be like brown bad shoot. Yeah. Then be like,
that's a problem.
It doesn't make no sense to even switch them out.
You're right.
But if the robots are some shit where it's just like it only is on some compute, see through the fucking. This robot can look in the glove compartment and tell exactly, can see what's in there and whatever. Yeah. You know, like if it's like that, I guess people would be like, fine, this shit's doing it stopped the bad guy with the gun. It didn't shoot the dude with the Snickers bar. I guess I could relax and live with that.
Yeah.
And then, what if the taxes go down because you don't got to pay them a salary? It's a fucking robot. You just maintain its maintenance. True. So you pay the workers that maintain all of these shits. So what if taxes go down a little bit? Just a slight cut because you're not. Right. Cops are not paid crazy salaries anyway. So if they cut that down just a tad, then, I don't fucking know the numbers of shit. Right? Yeah. I dropped out like we talked about. So
I don't know.
That is that. They might, in that version, that could be something if the robots are it's just raw data, just raw fucking computing. It doesn't have this thing of black. It doesn't have that in there. Yeah. Then that might be something.
Okay.
The robot not framing no fucking body. Yeah. Planting bags of coke in your pocket. Because the robot got to make a quota at the end. That'd be. If the robot not thinking about quotas,
they might put a quota on the robot.
Then fuck it. Then if that's the case, forget it. That's defeating the purpose.
Oh, but here's so like traffic stops though, like what if the robot's got a hard line? He's like, you're not going over 65. Speed limit 65. You hit 66. Bam. You're fucking pulled over. Okay. And you're like, come on, man. I touched it by like one.
If that's like a wide known rule and people start to experience it, and they experience it in the sense of they know, like the second they hit 65, whoop whoop pops up, and then if you don't have any fear of present danger or whatever, because the robot, or if for a fact all that's gonna happen, even if it's a fat ass ticket. Yeah. You're going to get a $200 ticket right away. Yeah. In like the second just that number hits 65, maybe the shit just slide out your dashboard, a fucking $200 ticket. And you're like, fuck, now I got to pay. If that's all that happens to everyone, white, black, Asian, Mexican, if anybody hit that 65, cool. But if it's still nigga doing 60 and then the robot still pull him over and he still gets shot, then it's like, all right, unplug this motherfucker, bro. Yeah. Put him in water or something, if that's the case. But if it's just unemotional, we are doing the law by the words. There's no idea of the robot quantifying or looking at your color or your background, your ethnicity, your orientation, or nothing. Yeah. And everybody's getting fucked up if you hit the 65? Mm-hmm.
All right. What if it goes wrong one time? Like what if it kills someone on that shouldn't have been? He fucked somebody up that was innocent. Something
it got to do something new and get a white girl or something.
Right.
It can't fuck up another Darnell. It's just like you're doing the same shit. The new
gotta be Darcy,
shit,
not Darnell.
Yeah, it gotta hit up a Rebecca somewhere or something. And in that case, then all right, maybe.
But it's like, everyone's gonna have that fear. Like, what if it did it to me?
True.
What if it was me? And then
we can still fuck with our averages.
Yeah,
we can still fuck with batting averages.
I'm with you. I'm like, but I also am like, no, bring on the self-driving cars. Like, people are shit drivers. They're so bad.
Absolutely.
So it's like one self-driving car crashes, everyone freaks the fuck out. I'm like, do you guys not realize, like, we'd save so many, like, tens of thousands of lives per year if everyone had a self-driving car. There'd be like 1 or 2 accidents.
That is true.
But everyone's like, nah, that's 1 or 2 too many.
Because there'll be no emotional driving.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to drive angry, tears in your eyes. You can't
drive drunk.
Can't drive crying or high.
Yeah. On the phone.
Tripping, cussing out, texting.
Yeah. I don't know why people like driving that much either.
And trying to fucking drive, do weird shit, trying to get head while you drive. Robot can't get no head. Ain't got no
right.
Head.
You got a self-driving car, you can get as much head as you want
That's
while
true.
you're driving. This is
Maybe
what
that's how
I'm
they
saying.
should
We gotta market this
the
shit
right way. Tesla gotta be
Come on, Tesla.
Tesla, get your dick sucked,
Yeah.
and then that's the commercial, you know, or get your pussy ate because you're in the back seat comfortably. You know, it could be a good time for anybody involved.
That's what there's no need for different rows if the car's driving itself. You could just have like a box all the way around.
Maybe that would be bad. That'd be like a new baby boom if everybody has.
You just hit one button and the windows get all tinted, and then it's just like,
gonna be good.
Why is that? Why?
Because
let people fuck. You know,
humans might wild out. Even though I did hear about this being a theory of the idea that population was, I guess, overpopulation is bullshit.
Yeah, no, we're in danger of being like underpopulated.
Yeah, they were saying that actually the Earth can hold more of whatever the fuck you think.
It's like 10 million or something like that. We're like 8.
Yeah, and it's
or
just
10
like,
billion.
Like just the way that society divvied up everything is what fucked up the stuff. Mind you, quick commercial break. I don't know stuff about. I don't know.
That's all good.
Yeah, because sometimes people try to talk about shit and like, you know, well, then the things of the things, and then, you know, it's fine. This is just words.
I'm getting you on CNN to talk about this.
And this is exactly
tomorrow.
what I'm saying. This is going to be what I'm going to say on CNN. Hey, everybody, take it easy. Fucking relax, all right?
No, I think Tesla's changing up their marketing is something that could take off. I think that's
Elon
what we
a crackhead. And this, you know the reason why I say that is because I feel that I can say that in front of Elon and he'll be like, you know, crack, you know? Like, he seemed wild as shit. There's something, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I guess like when he was coming up, the idea of what you thought a billionaire would do and be like a tech genius billionaire, we didn't think it would be like Elon Musk.
No,
where he's constantly making dick jokes on the internet.
We
thought it would be some. You thought Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, Bill Gates. Mark Zuckerberg.
Those were the classic ideas.
If you actually pay attention, Musk is like, nah, I'm blowing rockets up.
Fuck y'all. Like, Musk is 2 tweets away from throwing up a gang sign and just being like, eat my dick. I'm out here.
You know, if when he was on stage with Chappelle, if Chappelle told him to do it, he would have done it. That's like, how close he was.
Dude.
That's one suggestion from Dave Chappelle away from throwing up any gang sign that you could think
of. Fucking Elon is a wild dude from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But I guess how do you not end up a schmidget wild if you have a gajillion monies?
Richest person in the world.
I might do a little something different.
On the one hand, I respect it. He's just doing whatever he wants because fuck it, why not, right? The thing with him that does not make any sense to me is when he talks about how everyone's like mean to him all the time and they're trying to keep him down and all this. And I was like, bro, you have the most money in the world. And like, then what do you want us? Oh, he's a great person. He's making fun of disabled people, but I don't know. That's just Elon. It's like a fucking 90s sitcom. It's like he thinks he's Steve Urkel, or it's like Urkel, Elon.
Fucking
doesn't make any fucking sense.
You can't complain that you're not the most liked billionaire if you ain't get nobody reasons to like your all you did. All right, you made Teslas.
It's a cool car. I'm
gonna
get Roadhead in it eventually.
You're right, it's a fine car, but it's still it's a it's associated more on the status side because they're not easy to get.
No,
even if you can say the base model is in comparison price wise, market value wise, is in the same league as name a more affordable brand of car. It's still hard. You don't see Tesla places all over the place. Mm-mm. And then also Tesla charging stations. It still is a thing of like you have to have a little bit of a different lifestyle and money in order to have and maintain a Tesla. So then there's that. So that's not helping majority of society for them to feel like they should fucking love you. Right. And then the next thing he does, he's like, damn, how do I get the people to love me? I should spend $40 billion on a Bluebird. I should buy Twitter. I should buy Twitter because that's what people need the most is tweets, not food, water, not houses, environment, not fucking fish in the ocean that ain't popping up dead all the fucking time, and all kind of glyphosates and weird shit in your food and GMO. Nah, this fucker Elon was like, I think people need tweets, bro.
Not only do they need tweet, he edited the code of Twitter to boost his own posts.
Because he wasn't popular enough?
Because Joe Biden's tweet had more likes than his. So he was like, more people need to see my shit. Well, then we're going to do this artificially.
There you go. That's why we don't like your ass. It's basic human, like I guess, instinct to not like a person that's kind of cheating the game. Yeah. Right? So if you look at something that's, I guess a smaller scale, a musician that's paying the radio station to play their shit. Yeah. And if people come out and hear that directly and it's a confirmed truth, no matter what type of music. Yeah. No matter what type of fan base, people are going to be like, that's kind of corny, yo. Yeah. Even if they're not like viscerally feeling hate towards a person, they go, still corny. Like, So if that's corny, you being the person that bought, owned, and yada yada, and you're competing with the president for likes. What is Elon acting
get a job,
like
dude.
A bad bitch that want to get more likes on Instagram for his ass on a sink picture?
Oh, dude, Elon starts an OnlyFans. That would break everything.
The fact that you a billionaire attention whore is weird.
Yes. Thank you. And people are shitting on him. They're saying shit like that.
And then the dude that be flexing and everything. Why are you looking for this much attention?
He's like, why can't I say what I need to be? This is the biggest problem with America is I can't say what I want to say. It's like, you can say exactly what you want to say. We're just going to tell you you're a fucking idiot for it, and that's fine.
That's like, that's a problem. I don't even know if that's really a problem because people that say I can't say what I want to say is usually followed up with this. Well, what is it exactly that you would like to say?
What do you want to say?
Because that's the only thing. Like, I've never been in a situation where I was like, damn, yo, there's this joke that I want to say, and I can't. If I say it, I've never come up with something. I've never had to even edit a thing. You know what I mean? To be like, oh yeah, I got that dark one. It's just it's bullshit. A lot of times people, not most times, it's real bullshit. If it's
good. Yeah. If it's good. You come up like very early on, there are a lot of like comics. I think this is why like 22-year-old dudes love Elon so much is they don't have comprehensive thoughts in their head yet. They just have these ideas where they say bad shit and they're like, that's funny. And then everyone goes, that's not funny. And they're like, no, you guys are wrong. You're silencing me. Yeah. I was like, nah, man, you get older and realize it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
Right. And so like now I can have a dark joke. I can have a really sexual joke. I can have something a little gross. But I'm like, I'll do it in front of anybody because I believe in that. Like, I know that's a good joke. I've done it enough times. There's never been like, oh, I really wish I could say that, except they'd run me out of the room if I said it. It's like, no, I don't want to say it if that's the reaction I was going to get. Because then it's bad. It's a bad joke.
It's a bad joke. And you likely got bad intentions about the joke.
True.
Because I've seen that too where I don't like this type of comic where they use... I don't like people that use the opportunity of safety to be a gangster.
Okay.
If you know because of the context of the space and whatever that if you say a certain thing that like certain people can't react in a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not tough. You're using a good opportunity to be fucked up. It's kind of like when, you ever get into a road dispute. I've never been in one, but I've seen it where it's like you see a person in a car wilding out and you can see it's a little person.
Yeah.
And it's like, you wouldn't imagine if you stepped out the car and the person you was cursing at is some 7-foot jacked monster.
Yeah.
You would be freaking out. It's just like, don't take the opportunity.
Seen that happen. I've seen it happen because my dad's 6'9". And there was some dude was like going crazy, and the car was stopped. My dad got out of the car, and you just like watched this dude's eyes go, "Oh fuck!" Like
it's just like, why?
This dude's 6'9", 265, like 270. Why? Like there's no. What are you gonna do, man? Unless he had a weapon, which he didn't, because we were in the fucking suburbs.
That shit is corny.
It's
dishonest because you're taking an opportunity to play a role that you don't play every day. You don't do that.
I mean, I think that's the internet. That's why people are mean to each other on the internet. They got that level of safety. It's got nothing.
Corny.
I agree. It's why are you being mean to people on the internet? Does it make yourself feel better? That's pathetic. Because it's safe. I think they want to be mean. They want to be tough in real life, but they know they can't.
Go do it. If you really want to earn the chips of being tough.
This is half the reason people start stand-up is they're like, I want to say some shit. And it's like, your intentions are off, dude.
That's whack. I started because shit's funny. It's fun.
It's fun.
I was always attracted to the look and stand-up and even just the sound of laughter makes me laugh. If I'm walking through the city, and especially because now they got all these side restaurants.
Yeah.
So I'll
I hate them.
I hate them because of parking.
Yeah, right. You can't. Yeah.
But it's whatever. Walk in and any conversation, doesn't matter who's talking. I don't care what the fuck what friend group it is.
Yeah.
If I hear a laugh, I'll be like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
What are you guys talking about?
It don't fucking matter, bro. I can be walking my business. If I hear anybody give one of them from the guts, I'm like, I'm like, but it feels good.
It does.
Like that shit, I was always just into that from just the jump. So like that's more interesting. If you trying to like find a way to say some shit that you wouldn't say, you a bitch.
Yeah. I want to get back to jobs real quick because I want your opinion on this. I'm very sick of people thinking rich people are smarter than everybody else. Now I'm like you. I've had like 10 or 11 different jobs. I've roofed houses. I've done construction. I've worked in warehouses. I had like storehouses, sales for ABC warehouse, just like all these fucking random jobs. And now I work at a tech company where like everyone's allegedly smart. They went to Ivy League. And I swear to God, the dude who pissed me off the most at my last job went to Princeton. I was like, this guy's a fucking moron, dude. Yeah. Ton of money, Ivy League school. Couldn't fucking stand the guy. I would take those dudes I worked construction with 10 times out of 10 before this guy. Yeah. Zero critical thought. I'm wondering if you've had the same experience.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of times too, it's just like I used to do this thing where I'm like, I could have been Zac Efron.
Wait a minute. You and Corbin Blue in High School Musical fucking dancing.
Like, the reason I say it is because it's just like the circumstances of how we end up in the shit we in.
Yeah.
Nobody picks. You can find different people to discuss this with that have more knowledge about whatever type of physics that I guess I might be mentioning that I don't understand. But I don't think you necessarily pick their starting point. You know, who's your parents going to be, where they're going to live, how much they make, what type of jobs they do, what type of input they can give you, whatever the fuck.
That'd be a sick way to die. Like right when you die, they're like, "All right, your next life. What are you trying to roll with?" And I'm like, "Ooh, give me." Maybe that's how reincarnation works. Like based on how good your life is, that's how good your options are. Your draft options
of the next time.
Of the next time.
Do you get an easier ride?
Person, so now your parents get to be rich.
Yeah, you get an easier ride next time.
Hell yeah.
First time, you was a child soldier, but you held it down.
Yep.
So next time, your moms and dad works at motels.
You were a child soldier, but you didn't kill animals.
It keeps
so
going.
We're gonna bump you up a little bit. And you're like,
going.
okay, all right, yeah, we're
That's
learning.
That's a possibility.
I love it. Sorry, keep going.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I love the premise, and I was like, okay, now
I need that.
I wanna roll with that for a little
That's
bit.
That's fun. And even in that, it's just like you still, if you're gonna come back, you pick a different thing. You're gonna pick the most likely. Everybody's gonna pick the most shit that they were missing, or the things that they felt that somebody else jealous of, or some shit, like, right? So now you're gonna try to manipulate shit. You're still not gonna have, like, this is the other thing too, where like you can. There's a line in this show where this person goes, "I'm gonna go take it easy for the rest of my life," because she's a white girl, and she has a rich dad that bought her apartment, paid for her business and all of that shit. And this is during like a very distinctly racist time of America, 40s or whatever the fuck, 30s, and super rich family, yada yada yada. So even in that, you could still go to look at any autobiography or documentary, anything about royal families. They'll still find ways to complain and hate their fucking life. Yeah, because that's just what people gonna do anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you being born. You don't know if that Princeton dude had got through what he got through just by like kind of coasting, cheating, or maybe maybe he had the hookup, or maybe he was killing it at one point and then started doing some other shit and started fucking up and couldn't get back, because that's just what this still a human condition.
Don't make me feel bad for this guy.
I'm not saying
don't make me feel bad for this guy.
No, fuck him. Fuck you, Craig. Whatever his name is, Dave.
You're close.
Yeah, fuck him. But still, I'm just saying, like, he could just be a fan, whatever. Yeah, and then it does like back to the whole Zac Efron shit, where it's like I could have been Zac just based on if I was born here versus there. Yeah. And my mom and dad did this and that versus this and that. Yep. It just affords me different shit, which affords me different experiences, which affords me different. It just. Yep. And now you're living a different type of experience, or at least starting differently. You can still end up at the same point. Yeah. Both, you could have two crackheads on the fucking under a bridge somewhere. One been fucked up their whole life, and one was doing good and lost it all. It could be anything, but I don't know. Like, just because somebody comes from a certain background or anything doesn't mean inherently that they have to be, I guess, better than you. Yeah. Because, like, I kind of look at people like the way you would look at, like, a Street Fighter game. Okay. Yeah. Where, no character has the bars all the fucking way up. Right. Every bar, attack, speed, defense, power. Everybody has their shit a little...
everybody got a weakness.
Everybody got a weakness.
Strengths.
Any one of these fighters you pick can win the game. Yeah. And that's kind of the same shit. Like, yeah, you good at some shit I'm not good at. I'm good at some shit you're not good at. Right. And it doesn't even matter. There's mad different variables or variations that our paths can go down, that your weaknesses aren't that pronounced and your strengths are super pronounced. Yeah. And then you could look like a fucking massive hero. Like, LeBron is looked at as LeBron because he played basketball, but if that nigga tried to be a violinist or something, you know what I mean? Like,
his hand's bigger than a
violin. We'll be like, oh, you stink.
This dude sucks.
You fucking suck with your stupid shit. Like, it wouldn't work. Oh,
yeah, it's the fish out of water thing. You ask a fish to climb a tree. So my next question is then, like, why do we idealize all these super rich people? Because, like, one of the things that's happening in comedy now, and you can watch it with, like, those LA comics, like Tom Segura goes on his podcast, and for, like, every single episode of his podcast, he brags about how rich he is. And his numbers just keep going up. People on Instagram, they're just bragging about how rich they are. Elon Musk bragging about how rich, and the popularity just keeps going up and up and up. And I feel like if I asked anyone individually, or I had them listen to what you just said, they'd all go like 100% agree. But then at the same time, our culture is looking at all these rich people going like, they're the best. They figured it out. They figured it out. Why do we do that?
I guess I think a part of it is that if you can make, like, insecurities can drive sales in ways. Sure. You know what I mean? And, like, it's weird what, even with something, the same concept of, like, a hate watch. Like, the fact that that's a concept, that means something. The fact that humans will like observe or consume something that they viscerally, like they know innately that they don't like or actually enjoy, or want more of. But I guess there's some type of like you want to make sure it goes bad. You know, you want to witness, or you don't like how maybe some type of way you don't like how your own shit's going. So like if you can see and witness that somebody else shit's going bad, or you see how good somebody else's shit going, you go, damn, the reason why I don't got this, because you might be able to justify it in a certain way. Or I've heard this other thing, like Meek Mill would say it, where he'd be like, I'll drive the Phantom through the hood so that the kids could see, you know, like an opportunity, or see like just to be able to see what money look like close by or some shit. I'm fucking his line up, but he said something like that.
It's like the scene in The Wire where Bunny brings a kid. Did you watch The Wire?
Yeah.
Bunny brings the kids to the restaurant, like the kids from the school to the restaurant.
Yeah, like just show them something of like, this is another side of like you've never even seen life could look like this. Yeah. So that could be a thing too, but like just bragging about what you got. I mean, we I guess we come up in a capitalistic consumerism type of society, like, you know, like they could make a computer that work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you mean work?
Well, in the concept of like, all right, if we can figure out full on how to get into fucking space, you could just make a computer that don't just break down like that.
Fair.
It's not like if you like they have like, you know, the iPhone, and then they have tiers of iPhone. Which means you have the technology to just put all of these tiers into one phone and just sell everybody just the same. Hey, the phone is gonna last you 10 years. Bring it in every once in a while for a little service thing. You might, you know, pay $1 for the update or some stupid shit. Whatever is business model so you can sustain a life. But that's not the goal. It's like there has to be, when you look at even stocks, it has to be annual growth. It's like you have to report to your stockholders that there's been another year of growth. By any means necessary. Fucking change your packaging, you cut down costs, but you cut corners here, you did whatever the fuck. So like even that, the idea that, bro, I have a PlayStation. You play 2K, the basketball game. I know people that since 2K started, bro, they got 2K 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And it's like,
it's the same game.
Are you the dumbest motherfucker to ever live? You're playing the same basketball year after year. At most, you might get one or two new basketball player people to make the same 2-point shot. The fuck, nigga, at least give it 5 years or something. But the fact that he's almost a victim. You know, like they're gonna make a 2K24 and 25 and 26. It's not gonna end. As long as they can keep that shit going, they're gonna keep that shit going. And any other thing, bro, like
why do you think that dude buys it? Why do you think he buys it every year?
Also,
he's like it's showing it on Instagram. Like he could say like, oh, I got the new one. Oh, I got the new one every single year.
Well, there's a thing too.
Like, clout?
Usually you won't see a person that does that keep their games just, you know, willy-nilly. A person that's gonna have a year by year, they got every edition of whatever, they're gonna keep it. You'll see them keep it in a very meticulous, you know, they want to display, because it also could be something as small as like a sense of accomplishment of like, well, I kept up. You know, or, you know, it could be something. I don't have the answer, but it could be something as small as that, where it's just like maybe that's driving your need to be like, I have each one, or even there's people that's like, I can't not have the newest thing. Whatever the thing is, if the new phone come out, gotta get the new phone. I gotta get the new joint. I gotta get the new whatever it is. I must have the latest and greatest. Even if the thing works, they're gonna return it to get the upgrade.
Well, that's the craziest part. It's like, it's fine. I don't know. I'll get a new one.
And you know, like
why?
For that person, they'll, and that's the other thing too. Humans, we can find a way to, you know, intellectually maybe rationalize why we purchase what we purchase at the rate we purchase it, and that and the frequency. we can find ways to be like, you spend money stupid this way, and I had this and this, that, and we can argue and bicker, which is good because that also drives sales. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, shit, it's just, and you feel like you're missing out, so you might try harder so that you could get some of the experiences that they bragging about. Yeah. You know, listen to music and shit, like, talk about how much money he had, and then he took your girl, and you're like, fuck, I gotta get more money so they don't take my girl. That could happen to your brain. You're like, fuck, I gotta get sneakers and chains and shit.
You know what? I'm laughing at it, but like now, because that works both ways too, right? Because like, your girls seeing the same shit, they're like, oh wait, I could get a dude with money and chains and cars and stuff like. Should I leave him because I don't have that? Like,
that could happen.
That's really funny. You know? Like, everybody's in this. Like, I do think that is part of it. Like the reason concerts and sporting events are so fucking expensive now is because you can post on Instagram. Like, that's it. It's like I was at this. Yeah. I was at the, and that's like, depending on what it was, that's 200 to 200,000 likes depending on who you are. Yeah. Like, you know, celebrity goes to Coachella and they post like a shitload of photos or whatever. That's 1 million likes on every single post.
Advertisement for Coachella.
And it's like they'll pay whatever because that's worth the likes to them. But it means like for like a basketball game, like those tickets are so fucking expensive now.
It's like one of the other things too. Well, I think this is a part of the system of it where you can kind of purchase cool. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a thing that I feel like capitalism or consumerism tries to make an idea that you can, if you feel uncool, don't worry, get $300, buy this thing, and you'll feel cool.
Right. Get some sneakers.
No matter who you are either. No matter what you decide for your community or your type of representation, because not everybody puts value on sneakers. Right. So, like, you know, if you are
on vacation,
it could be whatever the fuck your group you need to make your group feel like you're cool again. They'll find a way to make it something that's outside of yourself. Yeah. So that you can do things that are also outside of yourself to acquire said thing. So, you feel like a loser? Don't you worry. Just get $300 to $500 together. Come down here. Give it to us. Mm-hmm. We'll give you this faff piece of shit. Yep. Now you feel cool now. Right. But it's going to run out.
For 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to run out. So you're going to have to come back. Yeah. But we got you, though. Because we care.
Yeah.
About you. So as long as you keep coming down here, it's your $500.
Is this what you used to say? Is this what you used to say, Lady Foot Locker?
Yeah, like, listen, lady, your plantar fasciitis, I care. That's why I'm selling you these fucking insoles. I'm not doing it for commission.
I know.
I'm doing this for you. Yeah. Good. So, like, that's a possibility.
Oh, I bet you'd be so good at sales. Just clean it up over there.
It's a possibility, bro. So, like,
I mean, it's not a lie, really. It's not a lie. Because for 15 minutes, they were right. You know, you did feel cool or whatever. You get a couple of compliments on, like, a jacket or something that you bought. Yes. You're like, hell yeah. That is, yes.
Something as simple as watches. It's a
watches
simple
are back in a
fucking
huge way.
Wild thing. Yeah. I made sure I put mine up nice goldy.
I forgot
Look at the bling ding.
Forgot to put mine
fucking
on.
Ice, bitch. It's like $20 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, well,
I can't fucking tell though. All these people that are buying $20,000 Rolexes, like, all right, if I fucking take one of those tiny little microscopes on it, I'd be like, oh, bro, Rolex, all right, big roller over here.
It's like one of the things I want to like make sure I get into my head for like just finances in general. If I buy a thing, I want to be like, all right, could I buy that thing right now 3 times? If I could, then that means I really could afford it. Yeah. If I can buy this thing that I'm looking at with my big oogly eyes, and I could buy this right now 3 times. Yeah. That means I could truly afford it once. Right.
That's smart. I like that a lot.
There's things where I'm like, well, if I try to buy that Rolly, what if I could pull it off one time? Yeah. If I could pull it off only one time right now, you know how much stress that Rolly's gonna cost me now? Because now I know for a fact I can't replicate this shit right now. Yeah. This nigga, I put my everything into this. You might fuck around and try to trade yourself in for the Rolex because of the amount of attachment you gave to it.
Yeah.
Somebody try to take that off your wrist. You might be like, no, you got to take me with it.
Yeah.
You better shoot me. Like, there's people that really feel that because the investment, they know, like, I can't. If you take this from me, you taking more than what you think. You taking the shit that this represent.
Right.
The shit that I done told myself about it.
Right.
The things I done, all of that shit, you're taking. Like, so people put a lot into their purchase. Like, they put a lot of themselves outside of themselves into a thing that can be, it will go away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then even if it don't, you gonna go away.
Yeah.
The idea behind Rolex is that it's possible of a timepiece that's worth keeping. It's a collectible, so it might last long.
Pass it down or
exactly. Yeah. So the idea is that it's supposed to outlast you.
Yeah.
You're gonna die and leave it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just all of that shit is I don't know, weird, odd.
I'm with you. I don't buy, like, if I'm gonna buy something, I wait like 2 to 3 months before I buy it.
And then also this too.
I'm gonna think about it until I hate thinking about it, and then I'll decide, did I really need that?
I've done that.
Yeah.
Where it's like I've had the cart.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
The cart sitting there 4 or 5 days. The damn company that sent me 7 emails like, yo, you still want it? What about 5% off?
There's 2 left.
What about 10% off? Begging me, please, I suck your dick, buy this shit so bad. And it's just, I'll just leave it in the cart.
You got some 18-year-old kid who's like, come on,
begging.
Man, just buy the damn thing.
Easy. So it's like, that's a thing too. Whereas, you know, I kind of don't. And this is it's just like I think ultimately I'm trying to have an experience where I don't have my things run me. Where it's like if I buy a pair of sneakers that I like, and say the sneakers might be what somebody may call expensive. Yeah. Right. I get the sneaker and you know the type of shoe when you pay for it, you kind of go, okay, you know, and you know the purchases when you go, all right, that thing is.
if I don't get at least 6 compliments on this, it's
not
gonna be worth it.
One of those things where I go, when I have that, I don't want to get the shoe and I start feeling like, oh, I gotta put plastic over it because it's raining today.
Oh yeah, that's never gonna be me.
Or somebody like, you know, like. Even the idea of just life takes place. Like, you know, we hanging out and you go, like, I know for a fact I don't have nothing to do tonight. You know how sometimes life just offer you these moments of like, yo, here's a moment of you're going to have fun. Yeah. You have nothing to do. You ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. And you don't have nothing to do in the concept that your life is fucked up. You actually, truly, genuinely don't. Here's 2 free days, bro. And then maybe you hear and you like, oh, just so happened that my cousins are also coming into town. They're gonna pull up around 8ish. The podcast just so happens to finish around 8:25. Yeah. And then you go, well, my cousins, they love pool or whatever the fuck. Yeah. There's a pool spot right down here, or maybe something that's like gonna fuck your shoes up. Yeah. We're gonna play flag football real quick. I can't go back to the house. I'm like, fuck, should I not play flag football right now because I have on fancy shoes? Or should I go enjoy this shit? And I kind of want to be in a set where I'm not like avoiding doing stuff because of something that I bought. Yeah, no. I don't want to use money to buy stress.
That's a good way to put it.
You know what I mean? Like,
I like that.
That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to like have more money and then because of the money that I have, now I can finally afford more stress. Yeah. It's just like, the fuck am I doing that for?
Yeah, I mean, one of my philosophies is that people find stress.
Absolutely,
like
you can create it no matter what.
You could buy as much nice stuff as you want. You could have like all your shit taken care of. You could have a cleaning person every week. You could have all this other stuff. It's gonna be nice for like 2 or 3 months, maybe. But then, like, let's say you have a cleaning person come every week. You're gonna start noticing stuff more often. You're gonna be like, man, do they need to come every 3 days now? Or, like, is that... And it's not because your shit's dirtier. It's because you're going to stress about how clean your apartment is, no matter how clean your apartment is. You know what I'm saying? You
can get to the point where you're starting to nitpick about how clean they cleaning the clean.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Well, there's a speckle right here. Meanwhile, you would have never in your fucking life.
No. Not once.
So now you're going to call up this person and be like... saying you left it like you're gonna bother a person.
Yeah,
it's just this. I remember,
and that's going back to what you said. That's why rich people aren't happier.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily
they manufacture their own stress,
and anybody can,
and everyone will.
That's the thing too, and that's the real reason why it's not like the outside thing makes you happy. Well, because you can still find a way to be upset about the thing.
People are upset and as stressed as they want to be.
Yeah, so it's like, can money buy happiness? It can buy. You kind of can. You can make the argument.
Depending on how much you have. If you have no money and then you get like 10 grand, that's pretty good. Because you're gonna buy food and like shit you actually need with that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like there's ways to make the argument where it's like, all right, a person who has no money, where are they located?
Yeah.
Because you have no fucking money. But, you know, maybe you live in, I have no idea. Maybe you live in Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
On the south side by the beach.
Yeah.
You have $0.
Have you looked into this?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Not even slightly.
I was like, are we about to see Andre's dream board up here?
Not even like, a little bit.
Papua New Guinea with
by the
bitch
beach
on your arm, by the beach, eating shrimp every day. Like,
you know, but I'm saying
fresh fish.
In that place, having a little bit of money might not hurt as bad because of the environment.
Yes. Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, because that's kind of the idea behind the basic human needs.
Yeah.
If the person for sure is not freezing, so their core body temperature is nice and stable, so they're not having to experience true shivers where it's now dangerous, or because a little bit of shivering before you go to sleep actually is good. You can sleep better.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
So like you're not experiencing
wild dreams if it's hot in my room.
Exactly. You're not experiencing hypothermia type of shiver.
Right.
And then you're not in discomfort where you're too fucking hot. You can't like experience like calm or nothing like that. Yeah. You're fucking on the street. You know when there's heat waves in New York City and they worried about the people outside.
Dude. Yeah.
So you're not in that sense where you're like experiencing these two extremes of discomfort. You also know for a fact the food not in front of you right now, but you're confident that you're not going to be hungry.
Right.
You know you might be able to get a little something to eat and be all right and be okay. For the most part, and you got people that like will laugh with you for sure. You could walk down the beach and laugh with the nigga down there or whatever. Right. You even though you got $0, you won't feel desolate.
Right.
Nothing. But you could have you could have a billy on you, but your daughter will never. She told you to your face, I vow to never speak to your fucking ass.
Yep.
Then you have your mama that maybe she don't really trust you like that no more because you did some shady shit with her money or something. I don't fucking know. And then maybe you don't ran out with your friends because you like they not on their bullshit and they don't got enough money to keep up with you, so you shitted on them for years. So now you ain't got no money. You could fuck your life up however you see fit, whenever you feel like
Those rich people got a lot of fake friends.
You could fuck up
because they're just friends with them for the money. They got no community. They can have money.
But then there are people who have money.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing too. When we think about rich and broke, I feel like most people have like a large, I guess, scale of what they think qualifies now as rich, and what qualifies now as broke.
Sure.
They think a person got to be homeless, now you broke, and then the person, in order to be rich, you gotta have at least $1 million.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, you don't know what a person is living like that's just earning $200,000 and also know how to manage the $200,000.
Right. Yeah.
Or a person that's earning $80,000 but just know how to manage the $80,000.
Yeah.
And you could not. You actually have a choice to not fuck your life up a bit. You could kind of not fuck it off. Just depending on how you perceive things and manage things, and then decide how to manage yourself in relation to those things you're perceiving, and you'd be all right. Like I feel like I could have made some rash decisions. I was given opportunity.
Yeah.
To make. I remember one time specifically at Broadway Comedy Club, some dude, a disgruntled customer.
Sure.
And when somebody...
He was told Chris Rock was going to be there,
whatever,
or like Tina Fey, or
and
then
you get the right mix, the right combination of ignorant, angry, with reason. If the person feels like they have good reason to be angry, now I get to defend myself.
Yeah, right. I'm in the right. I'm
ignorant and I'm defending myself.
Yeah.
Y'all are wrong. nigga, you involved. It was like that. Like I walked into the comedy club. Either I just got off some shit where I'm not involved in this.
Yeah.
Spat, but I just walked upstairs at the right time.
Yep.
And his eyes looked at me, and he was like, I know this nigga's involved somehow. And was all his anger went in my direction.
Oh no.
And it was like, I could take this opportunity to be like, well, I feel like getting into a physical altercation.
Yeah.
You know, I could try to have some bullshit street glory and do whatever right here.
Yeah.
Or I could be like, you know what? Let me all right, this dude seemed a little off. You got it. I'm gonna take this L, because you know, if a dude be like, what you gonna do, pussy, and you don't do nothing, they could be like, yeah, and you go like,
yeah, okay.
Sure.
All right.
I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
That's
you,
free.
You got me.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm not fucking my life up. My stress levels is right. My cortisol not elevated. My blood pressure good. You go ahead and take this win. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yeah.
And I chose to let it rock, keep it moving, and that's little shit like that is also that goes with the rest of the idea.
Yeah.
Like, you get some choices, some opportunities to be like, I could do it this way or choose to see it this way.
Yeah.
Versus experiencing it like this.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, if we're going to wrap it up and bring it back to Elon, that's not what he's doing on Twitter. Like, he's seeing these little things and he's freaking out
on Twitter, dude.
He's freaking out. He is engaging in that fight. And I'm with you. I don't think you could be happy if you're always looking for the next, like, way to quote unquote prove yourself or get, you know, feel good about yourself.
But at least make the efforts
shit.
match is what I'm saying. So like, I notice the times where I'm really annoyed at myself is when I'm not congruent with the things that I tell me that I truly want. If I tell myself I want to look like this and live like this and be like this on stage and treat my friends this way, talk to my lady this way, treat my moms like I want to be this type of person, and then I'm consciously choosing to not fucking do that, then I get mad at myself because I'm like, damn, I did say I want to do this today, and then I didn't. Yeah. The whole day I just chose to not do that. I just chose to be a bum, knowing that I told myself this morning that I wanted to go do X, and I chose to fucking not. That's when I'm annoyed. Yeah. So Elon, you saying you want the love of the people, you know what the people need. It's not new ideas. No. The same needs that they had since the BC. It's never been new needs. No. Fucking feed them. Jesus did it with one fish. Just feed. Make a house, nigga. Make some weird Tesla houses and say, in this part of, I don't know where they got too much space, Nebraska, Dakotas. Yo, I'm going to put the
whole West except LA.
I'm going to put a complex and boom, we're going to make a little city for the homeless people and then, you know, maybe give them all jobs and, this is a little Tesla factory. Yeah. You could live here and work and then, you know, in 3 to 5 years, you make enough money, you could move on or whatever. I don't fucking know. Yeah. I don't know what money is because I don't have $40 billion. But I think 40 billion might be able to do some shit.
Oh, just a little.
You could do something. Yeah. But you don't you saying you want to love the people, but you making these choices. Those don't seem congruent with each other. They don't seem like they're in the same alignment. So either you lying about one thing or you lying about something, but you lying. Yeah. You lying somewhere. I don't know how, but you definitely lying.
Definitely.
Like, I don't see the point in... Nobody wants tweets, bro.
No. I think that's where we wrap it up. I think that's the last...
I said a lot of stuff. I don't know.
No, this was great.
I don't know.
This is a lot of fun. Where can people find you?
Fucking Andre D. Thompson on all of the stuff. You type Andre D. Thompson in, I should pop up. Yeah. Some weird shit or something.
What's the name of the show you're writing for? People got to check it out.
That's Hell of a Week on Comedy Central. Hell of a Week Comedy Central. There's other shit on Comedy Central that I did and whatever. Andre D. Thompson on stuff and
hell yeah. Doing shows in the city all the time.
Shows in the city all the time.
Follow me at Corey T Comedy on all social media. And if you're in New York City, come to Ope, a comedy show every single week. Andre's done it a couple of times. Thank you for doing that nightmare show last time.
No, it was cool. It was cool.
You had a great set. There were some people that did not. But as always, if you hear this podcast, you're in New York City and you want to see Andre on the show, you want to come to the show and see Andre, hit me up on Instagram. We'll get him on that show.
Let's do this
again soon.
Happy to do it.